Thank you for tuning in today. It would mean the world to me if you would subscribe to my show. Please share with your family and friends.
Hey guys, welcome to Hemp is Hope, Not Dope. You have your host Rachel and Will Smith educating y'all as usual. I do not know what's going on with my son. I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi, but it was totally dragging. Y'all know I always begin the show with some education. So let me get it. I still can't hear you. And so Will is having some mic problems. I don't know if you want to get out and come back in. We're just going to run a short video. Because y'all know we're going to come in and drop us some tea. So we definitely want to know what he have going on for today.
CBD and THC,
all right, guys,
which are two important chemicals found in marijuana. With marijuana legalization becoming mainstream, what is the actual difference between CBD and THC? Inside you right now, there's a biological pathway at work called the endocannabinoid system that helps regulate your mood, appetite, memory, and pain sensation. THC and CBD, though, hijack this system. This is the chemical structure of THC, also known as tetrahydrocannabinol if you are feeling fancy. And this is the chemical structure of CBD, also known as cannabidiol. What you may notice is that their chemical structures seem almost identical. They have the same molecular formula, which is C21H30O2, and both of their masses clock in at 314 grams per mole. But there is one extremely important structural difference. Where THC contains a cyclic ring, CBD contains a hydroxyl group. And this difference in biochemistry actually controls whether or not you feel high. In order to fully understand why, you need to first know about the CB1 receptor. In your unstoned, sober body, your CB1 receptor is affected by a neurotransmitter called anandamide, which controls generation of pleasure, motivation, and feeding behavior. In your unstoned body, anandamide is released after exercising, and it's what causes a runner's high. THC's structure is so similar to anandamide that it fits in perfectly to the CB1 receptor, therefore causing you to feel high. CBD, on the other hand, because of the hydroxyl group, is different in shape and does not fit into the CB1 receptor, therefore it doesn't make you feel high. But CBD does bind to other receptors in your cannabinoid system, affecting you in other ways. A lot of excitement came around a 2011 study where a few dozen people with social anxiety disorder were asked to speak in front of a large audience. Some were given CBD, some were given a placebo. Those who were given CBD reported significantly less anxiety. There are also many animal studies showing CBD's anti-anxiety and anti-inflammatory properties, which can explain why some people say it helps with their anxiety and with chronic pain. Research is also discovering that THC can actually aggravate psychotic symptoms, while CBD, on the other hand, may help with psychosis. So what happens when you consume them at the same time? One study found that due to CBD's biochemical shape, it can actually bind to the CB1 receptor and turn it off in a binding pattern known to biologists as allosteric inhibition. This means that CBD actually makes the THC unable to bind as well, and therefore decreases how high you feel. If you vaporize marijuana with 25% THC and 0.1% CBD, you will feel high, as the THC is going to bind to the CB1 receptor with little interference from CBD. If you consume marijuana with 25% THC and 12% CBD, this more CBD will inhibit the THC from binding to the CB1 receptor, decreasing THC's effect and leading you to being less high. Where marijuana is legally sold, likely they will indicate what percentage of THC and CBD is in the product you are choosing, which will help you to understand the effects it will have on your body. In the end, THC is a chemical found in marijuana with a chemical structure that makes you feel high. CBD is a chemical found in marijuana with a different chemical structure that doesn't make you feel high, but it can affect your body in other less obvious ways. There is still conflicting research and a lot more to understand about both chemicals. With more states and countries legalizing marijuana, hopefully increased research can uncover more details about how these two chemicals affect us. Because weed is now legal in Canada, we created a new series called Stone and try to explain.
We're not trying to hear all that stuff. All right, guys. So, y'all know my brain was like, what? So that's the first time I ever heard it explained like that. And it was like, psh, because I know I've been to places and it's like it has this much THC in it. And then it has this much, what's it called? And then it has like this much CBD in it. And so I never really understood like, well, which one should I take? I never knew that. And so guys, y'all know, hey, Miss April, y'all know researching April and researching Will be coming in with a T. And so, but for me, I was like blown away when I seen it. And so I was like, I wanted y'all to see it visually like I saw it. And so hopefully y'all got some good nuggets from that. But like I always tell y'all can always drop us information in our comments. You can always ask us questions. Will, can say something so I can know if I can hear you yet.
Oh, I can't hear him.
And we still can't hear Will. And we'll know he be dropping some nuggets, and we're gonna have to hear Mr. Will. So we're gonna let Miss April go first, y'all. We know you. So what you bring? We're gonna have to come up with a cute name, a cute tea name. Bring what tea you bringing to the table today?
Well, that's a great question. So do you have any specific things you want me to touch on today that I could tell you what I have researched for?
Yeah, let's do it as soon as you
Andrew.
No.
Peter.
I know you're on a thing.
I'm like, go on somewhere. Anyway, so do you have any specific things you want me to touch on? I know that you said something about in the page earlier today, like is hemp weed? You said that earlier in the group.
Right. Because a lot of people be like, okay, I'm confused.
Yeah. So
I just showed them a video before you got on that was pretty much explaining to them why they do not get high when you use CBD and the reasons why you get high when you use THC. Right. And it was explaining the difference. But if you want to go more into that, go right ahead, because I really want people to understand, because I'm going to tell you, like, I really want to bring this doctor. I seen it, but I lost the video, so I got to find it for next time we come on. He said something was like, bam, and we all been saying the same thing. And so since she brought it up, I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to bring something up real quick.
Okay.
This doctor said, he said, in his personal opinion, if you take aspirin or any type of medication for pain relief, for inflammation on a daily basis, the side effects of those taking it on a daily basis, everybody would have to agree it's not healthy, right? Mm-hmm. That's what he was saying. Everybody would agree that the side effects will tell you can't take this for more than 10 days. You can't take this for more than 30 days. You can't take this for more than this, right?
Yes.
So what he was saying is, why not find yourself something that's more of a healthier, if you could take CBD that you could take for inflammation, and which would cause you to take less of something else, why not do that and give your organs and your body more longevity? And so it's really good the way he explained it. So I'm gonna look for that video so I can play it. And of course he didn't say it like that.
No, I agree. Because there's like, oh my gosh, there's a certain term I'm looking for that I know. It's been so long since I've done time.
I know. I see your hands going. Like, I'm looking
because I knew this like on the top of my head, but it's been a while because it's been crazy with summer and kids and all the things that I kind of like haven't jumped on in a couple weeks and talked about the things that I always talk about. So I'm going to, there's an association between THC, CBD, CBG, all the things, that there is something that is in a common denominator with all three is the reason why you feel high when you smoke weed or do things with THC. But CBD has such a low dose of THC, it's not the same. And CBD and CBG and all that pull from like more of the whole plant than just that part of the plant that gets you actually the intoxicated feeling. So I just know the term for it and I wanted to find it. It's making me crazy. But obviously we know that the CBD works with receptors, and the receptors are CB1 and CB2. and they work directly with our receptors in our body, with our endocannabinoid system, and they almost like connect and like coat our receptors, like nerve endings almost, and it starts to has your system start replenishing and recreating more of what we're lacking, and that's why it works that way. But when it's doing that, it's not giving you the aura feeling of high, because the THC that's in there, such a low amount, it's only enough in there to get benefits medically. It's not in there to give you the sensation feelings. It's not enough. And when you do broad spectrum, it doesn't have any of that in there, which is okay. But when you do the full spectrum, you get the medicinal benefits of the THC. You don't feel it. Which I was weird about that too in the beginning, because I would only take a certain amount. Now I'm taking like 1,500 and I don't even notice it.
I take 1,500. I'm like, I got too many issues.
Girl, and I notice it because I ran out of my 1,500 and I have 500 left. And I'm like taking it and I'm like, I don't think it's doing anything for me now, but because it's not enough. Yeah, I took all of yours, honey.
The cinnamon?
Yeah. My husband had some and I was like, yeah, he's not. This is me. This is me right here. And then that's why we're still able to take some gummies too, because that's why they have you take it twice a day. Because you take it in the morning, you take it for the night. So you're replenishing what your system's not doing. And then over time, your system starts to get back in the routine and actually recreates what it lacked, which is pretty cool too.
And that's the part that researchers are trying to do more research on, because I wish he'd get back on, but Will said that he can give it to his son for months, and then he can go months without giving it to his son, which means it's doing something positive for him to be able to go months without taking it. And then he can start seeing the decline in his behavior. And he's like, okay, it's time to put him back on it. So it's doing, and so I think this is like it's repairing those cells or something like that. They were saying. A doctor was
it's
saying.
the system. Your system itself, it's repairing.
What is it? Yes.
It's just your endocannabinoid system itself that starts to repair itself over time, because it's almost like, too bad they couldn't do that with collagen, right? But no, it's almost like your system. Okay, so collagen, you only have so much collagen. It sits there for so long and then it depletes. Your body doesn't reproduce it after 30. Where your endocannabinoid system, it's producing the CBD and the compound that, like the CBD and CB1 and CB2 that CBD oil has in it. Our body has something similar to that, and it's making it, and then slowly over time it stops making as much. We don't have a scientific backing saying your body stops making what it needs at 30. So if your system is running properly, it will continue to make what it needs. So as the CBD replenishes what it's lacking, your body kind of gets in the habit and those things start working again. And it's kind of like a well-oiled machine. It just starts doing what it's supposed to do again. And then, maybe a vitamin deficiency, or maybe the way your lifestyle is, or maybe whatever that may be, and you are lacking is what creates it to stop working the way it is supposed to again. And then that's when you need to replenish it again.
Right. I love that. And so they were saying that they're hoping to get more research, but they're finding that to be true. And so that's so amazing. But once again, there's no medication that you can take that boosts your body up, that boosts your system up like that. So that's why we always come on here within April busy schedule, within my busy schedule. We always stop. And that's why I feel so bad. We all do a mic check. We didn't do a mic check because I'm running, posting stuff, and we roll it here at 7:59.
Right, I know.
Because we're all busy. But you know what? Even though we're busy, we still want to meet here on Hip is Hope. We really want to let y'all know that we want to help you. We want you to leave us messages. We want you to ask us questions. We will research for you. Anything that you need, we will Google it. We will find it. We will find a doctor that's talking about it. Because I'm telling you, if you haven't heard April's story, April can knock her story out in like 5 minutes, she can give us her story real quick. I'll try to give you mine in 5 minutes, and then we'll let y'all go for the day. Go ahead, Miss April. Whatever you
Yes,
say
I'm
that
a
first.
major migraine patient. Yeah. So I have major migraines. I have really bad ADHD. I had really bad anxiety and depression. I currently battle with those things. I always have. So last year I was having a migraine from May until September every single day. And when I was doing that, I couldn't, like, I was taking, they were prescribing me pill after pill, migraine medicine after migraine medicine, doctor after doctor, specialist after specialist. It just kept going and going and going. And I couldn't find what was going on with me. So I eventually found a chiropractor who was more holistic, and they recommended CBD. And I had a friend who I saw like affiliating with it online. So I started taking it, and it definitely alleviated like a lot of my symptoms right away, especially the ADHD and the depression and anxiety. So my migraines definitely got a lot less. And they're like, when I have a bad migraine, I'll go double dose in CBD, and it will help me almost more than any migraine pill. It might not take it away altogether because I have issues that create those problems, but it helps my symptoms so much to where I can actually have a functioning day where it's not debilitating. But as far as my ADHD, like that's where this has been life changing, because if anyone knows me, and Rachel might be able to see the habits of when I maybe realize when I'm bumping up my dosage in CBD, because what happens is I take on too much and I can't juggle it. And then I'm like freaking out and I'm all over the place. That's my ADHD. But when I'm like regulated, when I'm on the right amount of CBD and I'm like doing what I'm supposed to, I'm organized, I can focus, I'm on task. And it's crazy, the difference. And it definitely knocked out my depression. Like I haven't been depressed in over a year since I've been on this.
That's great. Guys, that's great. Go ahead. I keep going.
Well, that's it. Like it's just crazy. It's just crazy how much it has helped.
Guys, she said depression, she said anxiety, she said ADHD, and she said migraines for her personal self. Me and her was talking one day, and I told her about this podcast. She was like, "Oh, I'm all game because I want to get the word out. You know, if Will was on here, we'll give it to his son. We'll use it for himself. Yes. I mean, we do this every other Wednesday because we want y'all we want to help. And so, my name is Rachel Pence. Migraines, like April said, epilepsy, just seizures, studying after the seizures, giving me self-doubt, I guess you should say anxiety and depression from having it, you know. And so the CBD has definitely that and some other, just making healthier choices have definitely stopped all the stuttering so much after I have my seizures. And I have not been a year yet, but I'm claiming a year seizure free. And as soon as I do, y'all gonna see me rolling in my new Jeep that my husband gonna buy me. Beep, beep. Soon as I get seizure free, I'm gonna be a year seizure free. Yeah, I'm gonna be beep, beep, rolling through. Okay.
Love
he don't even know yet. Now he know because he over there, he can hear. So guys, everything that we tell y'all, we're telling you. Some things we're telling you because it's personal. And a lot of things we're telling you. You see April eyeballs going crazy over there. You know what she's doing? She's researching. I mean, we're telling you stuff that we see. We're telling you stuff that we found. And if you pay attention to the videos I show you, they're half the time they're from actual doctors who went to school. Are they from people who actually suffer from something and that's using it? You know, we're giving you the real tea here on every other Wednesday. And so, like I said, if you have any questions, and I'm finna say something real boldly. If you want to purchase some CBD, usually, and there go Will, usually I would tell y'all, make sure you check. I know for a fact, I check the labels before the ones I purchased. So does April, and so does Will. So if you follow for me, if you follow for April, you follow for Will, you need to reach out to them and purchase from us. Purchase from one of us, because we know that our product is going to be good product. Okay? We hear you now, Mr. Will? What? I cannot believe we cannot hear. I am so sad about it.
I'm trying to figure this out. Did you go on your settings, click settings, click audio, and then do your mic.
Can you hear us? He said he can hear us.
Yeah, go into your settings on the bottom, click settings, and click audio. And see if there's something there.
That is crazy.
Ugh.
And so
Hello,
we're waiting for Mr.
There it is.
Say something while he's trying to get on. There you go! Yay! So we just did a quick recap. Well,
gotcha.
It's in April.
well, he have a lot to say. He just been trying to get on for.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna have to take my computer back. The best part, luckily I total tech, so they'll, just see do it. But anyway, I admit if you talked about arthritis, because that's a big issue in the South. Huge.
We did not. That's all you. You got it. You had the flow. Let's
So
go.
I'm pretty familiar with, and you two probably share that the Arthritis Foundation with like a patient advocate company, or I don't know how it works, the terminology, but they're really big and really, really looked up, highly respected. So there's been a lot of news reports on the fact that the Arthritis Foundation itself actually surveyed over 2,600 plus of their customers, or however you label them, and found that over 80% had either tried CBD, were using CBD products, or sleep considering it. So that's pretty exciting news, because for one, that shows me, as someone who is very passionate about holistic and kosher products, that the rest of the world is starting to get to be more conscious of, we've been using big pharma products forever, and as the saying goes, if you continue to do something over and get the same results, then but you expect something, then that's insanity. So people are actually starting to get out of their insanity, and I'm excited about that.
I love that. That's great. That's great. I'm like, they trying to keep all the good tea. No, so April hit on the migraines. She hit on ADHD. She hit on depression. She hit about all of them. So y'all just heard Will hit on arthritis. He's about the Arthritis Association. Y'all know that is huge for them to be considering that. That's like huge.
Right.
I don't know if the epilepsy organization has hit on it, but epilepsy is full blown into CBD right now. So I never researched that, but probably need to.
Right.
And so if you want to do a quick testimony, because me and April did ours, you can.
Okay, all right. Arthritis Foundation is an advisory group. So yeah, they're highly looked up to advisory group. People look to them for advice. They're well respected. So anyway, I have a moving company. Quick about it, I'll just do this one testimony. And when I started using the oil drops, the tinctures, I think that's what they call it, I noticed that when I would do like really big moves, or wake up in the morning with way less pain, if any pain at all, and have more fluidity to my movement. So that's very, very exciting for me. And as crazy as it may sound, last year, Father's Day, I actually had my wife get me a CBD oil for Father's Day, because it's having that great of results. So definitely.
I love it. I love it. Guys, he said for Father's Day, just give me some CBD, okay? I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, thank you. So I'm so glad we was able to get your mic on, because people need to know about the Arthritis Foundation. People need to know your story. And so we're so glad you was able to find time with your busy schedule to meet us here on this Wednesday. Guys, we'll see y'all in 2 more weeks. Send us out of here, Will.
All right. We thank you for tuning in. In 2 more weeks, we're going to be back with fire Hemp is hope, not dope. Tune in 2 more weeks. We love you guys. Out.
Peace out.